Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to episode 182 of GameSpeak Podcast. Said that different than usual. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Tuesday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure that you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Jafra, alongside Brent Batman Bass.
Batman. Speaking of Batman, sorry, we were talking about Batman before the episode began.
Yeah,
for
we
those
were.
of you just tuning in. And
Something in the way.
but did you hear that our Batman, the Batman, got fucking
Corona.
Got corona?
Got COVID.
They're postponing the Batman again.
I know. It's very upsetting.
Probably only for like a week or two, though, right? It doesn't last that long, does it?
Nah, he'll be all right. He's young. He's healthy. He's
the Batman.
He should have been working out, though. You know, like...
Would that have stopped the corona if he was working out?
No, but I feel like he'd be healthier. he would have been better off.
I'm
you
sure
know?
He's been working out, dude.
He said he wasn't. You didn't see that like
no, I didn't
interview where he was like, I don't think he's like, I don't work out for roles. He's like, I just feel like I should be my natural self.
No,
So,
dude.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta get jacked, bro. You're Batman.
You're Jack Man. You know, you gotta be huge. You can't come in after Ben Affleck and just be like a little weasel.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the director of this movie needs to be like holding a gun to his head, making him like lift weights or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I work out. I put a gun to my head. No, but I mean, like, it seems kind of lazy. I mean, he's a really good actor, but like, he's like, it's not acting. He said like, if you become, you know, like if you get jacked. I don't know. Like,
dude, all the great actors get like jacked
nowadays,
or like they'll get like some actors get fat for their roles or they lose weight. It's all about like, you know, I don't know, adjusting to your role.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Becoming the character.
It's a big part of it. You know,
it
like
really
who's
is.
that guy who played Truman Capote in that movie? You know who I'm talking about?
Philip
Seymour Hoffman or whatever, the guy who
yeah.
died. He was like known for like, you know, changing his body to like suit his role. I mean,
and look at him now; he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
No, just kidding. No, but him, you know, like even the last Batman, or the Dark Knight Batman.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale.
He changes his body for roles.
Bro.
You know, Jared Leto, the greatest Joker there ever was. No, just kidding. That's a joke. Don't. But anyways, yeah. I mean, like he basically said like. I like the old-fashioned way where, like, you don't work out for a role, you just play the part or whatever. I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
I mean, that's cool and all, I guess.
He's
if
gonna
you just want to not be jacked, you know what I mean?
He's that's a privilege that only, like, natural-born handsome people can say. Like, I don't need to work out. I'm just so beautiful, people think I work out. You know, like, that's his problem, is that he's got that privilege of, like, having a jacked, like, face. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like unless you're like lucky enough to like be blessed as the funny fat guy like Jonah Hill or somebody, like you almost have to be in great shape to just be in the movie industry, in the movie biz.
Unless
you know what I mean?
You're Rob Pat, dude. He's
not bad. I mean, like he's just lucky, like you said. He got the genetic lotto going on. You know.
He in that same interview, he talks about how in Twilight there was like a scene where they told him, they were like, we need you to take your shirt off, and he like took it off and they're like, okay, put it back on. Because he like refused to work out. He said he like felt bad that like Jacob or Taylor Lautner or whatever was
he's
jacked.
walking all jacked.
Yeah, and they were like, we need a shirtless scene with you, and they're just like, oh, never mind. But as Batman, you got to be jacked. You know, at least cut. You know,
for sure.
You gotta be shredded.
Like the Batman suit is like developed to like fit a shredded bod. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be weird. He's gonna have these like lackluster shoulders coming in there. But in the trailer,
like year 2 Batman though, right? Like this whole series takes place like in the second year of Batman's career. So maybe he
never worked out, or he hadn't worked out yet.
Yeah, maybe he needed to work out. You know, maybe that's part of his like development into like Batman as we know now.
Yeah, that's one of the riddles the Riddler leaves them. Like, it's like how to develop your quads. You know, I think it'll work. I mean, he looked good in the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer looked fine.
That's all that matters.
Maybe they'll use movie magic to add muscles to him.
I could see that.
You know, CG.
Yeah, so what have you been doing this week besides Batman trailer?
Oh, man, playing a lot of games, watching a lot of movies.
What'd you watch?
Oh, dude, okay. So, first of all, I watched the first episode of this, like, okay, sometimes I watch cooking shows when my girlfriend's hungry and I'm not hungry, and, like, I know she's going to go eat, and it's like, I don't want to not, you know, I just want to try to get hungry. So I'll watch a cooking show on Netflix, you know what I mean? And I found this barbecue show on Netflix, and I was like, okay, barbecue show, whatever. And I put it on, and it was like the most inspirational shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was like transcendent. Like, it told the story of this lady named Tootsie something. I forgot her last name, but she's like this 85-year-old lady in Texas somewhere, like
making barbecue.
She's making barbecue.
I saw the trailer.
You saw the trailer,
for this. Yeah,
bro. It is like, dude, that lady's story will fucking fuck you up, dude. Like,
what's up with her story?
It's sad, dude. It's like she's just like, you can see the pain in her barbecue as she slices the brisket, dude.
She did look rough. I was like, man. Hey, she's
doing her thing though, dude. She's 85 years old. She's like running that whole fucking store by herself, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. She looked leathery as that steak. You know what I'm saying though? Like she looks like she's had some like life experience.
She has. She's grew up in some fucking hard times and shit. But super interesting show. Highly recommend it. I forgot what it's called, but you'll know it when you see it. If you're just scrolling through Netflix and you see this Tootsie Williams lady or whatever. I want to say William. Yeah, Tootsie. Dude, old Tootsie will cook you some barbecue. It'll make you want to drive an hour and a half to fucking wherever in Texas and go get this barbecue. I almost did it. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, we should. We should make a road trip.
Snow's Barbecue. That's what the place is called. If you want good barbecue. I don't know personally, but everybody's lined up, so it must be kind of good.
Nice.
Anyways, I watched that, and then last night I watched this weird fucking movie called I'm Thinking About Ending Things. Have you seen this?
Isn't that like a book or something?
It was based on a book, yeah.
We were gonna watch that, but we started watching some other movie about like a girl who shows up pregnant, and she's like, your son who died 5 years ago is the reason why I'm pregnant now, and like they're like, what? I don't know. It's weird. It's on Netflix.
That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta watch I'm Thinking About Ending Things. It's one of the weirdest. It's like Donnie Darko kind of. It's like, it's one of those movies where you don't really know what the fuck is going on, and then like by the end you kind of know what's going on, but you don't really get it, and then like an hour later you're sitting there and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And then like, it's good. It's like, have you ever watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
No.
It's like The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is like this goofy, lighthearted show that's kind of funny, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Donnie Darko all mixed together. That's what it's like. It's the weirdest shit I've ever fucking seen, and it's sad and funny as fuck, and like, it's just really, really weird. But like, you should watch it without knowing anything about it. Like, I think everybody should just go into this movie completely blind, and like, you'll fucking think about it for like the next few days. It's one of those movies. Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's so good. I also got a bike. I went to Walmart and bought me a bike.
Like a bicycle?
Like a bicycle.
Why?
I don't know. I just wanted to exercise more. And so I've been riding my bike around and doing some swimming and stuff.
I like that. Yeah. You like ride your bike into the pool and then start like just fucking freestyle relaying?
Yeah, dude. No, I actually don't even stop riding my bike once I get in the pool. I just like ride it around on the walls of the pool and stuff.
Some Tony Hawk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I started watching Hunter x Hunter again, or Hunter again. Sorry to anybody who's a Hunter fan. I don't know why. I just randomly got into the feeling. I was like, you know what? It's been long enough. I got to watch this again. And I can already tell you, I am deeply involved again.
Again,
It's that good, dude. It's so good.
I like that.
You gotta, and plus I know what comes after the first season. Like you have to make the first season. It starts off like your typical like Shonen Jump like manga where it's like almost like Naruto or like Dragon Ball Z. But then by the second season, it's in a whole different world. Like they were like, fuck it, let's just go dark. Like all the way. Like they start getting like super mature. It hits like Death Note level maturity, you know, like before the end of the second season or before the end of the first season. So
probably makes it feel even darker coming from like the lighthearted first few episodes. You know what I mean?
Because like the first
episode is like super lighthearted.
It feels that way. It feels that way at first. Like the first, I think like 7 episodes, like even when people are killed, there's like no blood or anything. But then everything from that point forward just becomes brutal and like violent. Like you could tell they avoided like showing death on screen for a minute. And then suddenly they were just like, fuck it. Let's go all the way in, you know, and like people are just getting killed and their bodies are like twitching and shit. And like, you know, like just horrible things, but it's all based around like really good storytelling. It's just, and it has like a very like charming aspect to it, but you'll see once you get past like the first, you know, couple episodes, but the first, you know, 2 episodes will draw you in, like, even though it's all super, you know, like, oh yeah, this is like fun, you know, it has that same charm as Pokemon where it'll like draw you into the whole idea of like, oh, I want to become a master trainer or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so I'm back in that, and then I got a PC.
Oh, I was about to say, you joined the master race over there.
I joined the master race.
I like that.
Thanks to my boy Anthony and my boy Hans for putting their shit together. And
big shout out over there.
Yeah, big shouts to them. And then basically they're like letting me game on it, and then as I buy each part, like, you know, replace it and then give them back their part or whatever. So I got a good deal going here.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Also, what else did I do this week? Nothing. I didn't do anything else. That's it. What about you? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, like just all that stuff I was saying.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
That's pretty much it. I think. I feel like there's something else I did, but I can't think of it.
Gotcha.
So it's probably not
if you
that
do,
important.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
But we have some crazy news this week, guys.
Lots of
crazy news. So we'll jump into it, the gaming news. But just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the news articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all into one place and giving you the news. Anyways, you want to? We both already know what's gonna be the starting thing. Do you want me to just read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Microsoft has officially announced the Xbox Series S. The system will cost $299 in the US and comes housed inside what Microsoft calls the smallest Xbox ever. Xbox UK has also confirmed that the system will cost €250 there. In terms of design, it looks exactly like the leaked image that surfaced on September 7th. It's a small white rectangle with a minimalist design and no disk drive. The front features nothing more than a power button, USB port, and a sync button for the controller. A release date has not been officially confirmed by Microsoft for the Xbox Series S, but the announcement doesn't mention so basically it mentions that it's coming November 10th, not in the trailer, but like somebody mentioned that it was coming, or does it?
I've seen lots of things that are like hearsay that aren't like official. Like I've seen a thing that said it's going to support 2K gaming at 120 frames per second. I think
we
they
said 1440p is going to be the max, and it's going to have 120 frames.
It says it can upscale to 4K too, probably with some kind of super sampling type situation. And
it said up to 120 frames per second in the trailer.
But this is all just kind of like the leaked images.
No. What I'm talking about was in the little trailer they released.
They have a trailer?
Yeah, they released a trailer for it.
What? All I saw was the tweet they put out.
No, there's a full video trailer for it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's like a minute and 40 something seconds long.
So they talked about all the specs and stuff for it?
Yep, it's going to have sorry, let me look that up.
I need to see this.
But it says the Series S and the Xbox Series X will release on November 10th. According to a report, Windows Central's leak, the same one that leaked the Series S price, said that the standard is going to be $499.
Right, which seems nice. I mean, which seems right if they're pricing the other one at $299.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Which are both super affordable, if you ask me. Even the expensive one. You know what I mean? Like considering what we're looking at. You know?
Okay, so it says, let's see, surprising virtually no one, Microsoft has announced that the upcoming Xbox Series S game console will be $299. The smaller, somewhat less capable little brother of the more hyped Xbox Series X. Hold on, where's the... Oh, okay.
Does it say some specs over there?
That's what I'm looking for.
Well, just while you're
right
looking
here,
at
right
it.
here.
Oh, okay.
Having covered every console... storage capacity of 512 gigabytes.
Right, I saw that.
Let's see what else it says. The ability to output at 4K.
Okay.
Wait. So versus 1080 or so 1080 or 1440 output is what it'll be able to do.
I like that because 1440 looks great. I've been using it recently on my computer, but I don't feel like there's a lot of actual TVs out there that are 1440. You know what I mean? You'd have to almost get like a computer monitor or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be putting it on a large, TV and it just work,
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking it's probably going to be just 1440 upscaled to 4K. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be like a... I don't know.
AI type situation that's making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure it is the 120 up to 120 frames per second.
I mean, look, man, for $299, that's a fucking bet. If you can't, that is a lot of people's entryway into this next generation of gaming. And we're talking about specs that are at least similar to the PS5. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get 120 frames per second at 2K without some serious fucking power. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just be real. It's going to have the ray tracing and stuff, too, which is awesome. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a good investment if you don't already have a PC or something. But that's my problem with Xbox this generation. Is, if you already have a PC, it's hard for me to get excited about it because, I already have a computer. You know what I mean? But if I just didn't, this would be the way to go, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and it also says it's going to have so it's going to be 4 teraflops, 20 CUs and at 1.55 gigahertz, custom RDNA 2 GPU. Memory is 10 gigabyte GDDR6.
10.
Yeah. That seems kind of whack.
It does seem a little low.
And then the internal storage is going to be a 512 gigabyte custom NVMe SSD. So that'll be pretty quick. I mean, just the fact that it's NVMe.
Mm-hmm. But still, it's just a little bit better than the
SSD.
The 1X. You know what I mean? If you're thinking about it, with an SSD installed and the disk drive taken out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but it is going to have a expandable storage, 1 terabyte expansion card.
Yeah, it better. I mean,
yeah,
you better be able to put a fucking expansion pack on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is weird that it's
especially if it's diskless.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to, but also they could just be trying to push their cloud, bullshit.
That's exactly what they're doing here. This is a cloud device. This is gonna go great hand in hand with xCloud, I'm sure. However, I think it's probably still going to be pretty dope either way. I think it's going to be a cool thing to have if you can't afford a 1X. But,
definitely.
I mean, the Series X.
And they still offer the option of doing payments on it. How Xbox has been doing their
Oh, that's cool.
So instead of buying it outright, you could do $25 a month for 24 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So but that includes Game Pass and Xbox Live and all that other shit with it. So
that's really cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's pretty exciting. The real question is, what does Sony do with this information? Because tomorrow they're having a reveal, a price
Sony
reveal.
Is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course they are.
Go figure, right? They waited
till the day
after,
Yeah, which sucks for us because our podcast will be out, but we'll be able to talk about it next week.
I genuinely hope that the super low price of Xbox's diskless console drives the price down of Sony's consoles, just generally.
The problem is
what I
that
mean?
they don't have two tiers.
They do.
Their
They have
discless isn't less powerful like this one is.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still just a discless console. It might not be less powerful, but it is like a step down from the one with the disc drive.
Not
what
really.
I mean?
I think more people are going to get the discless PS5 than the disc drive one.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's the exact same specs.
It's still going to be more expensive, is what I'm saying. Like you were saying, like.
Oh yeah,
ago.
the disc drive will be more expensive, but because of the less power in the Xbox Series S, it's allowed it to be $299. There's no fucking way the PS5 will be $299.
No, but hopefully it'll drive them down from going at like $450 or something to like $400. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting it to be the same price as the discless Xbox. You know what I mean?
It's going to be at least $100 more. At least.
At least. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping. I mean, that would still be really. $400 would still be sick for the PS5 without a disc drive. You know?
Oh yeah,
I mean?
that'd be cheaper than what everyone was expecting. Mm-hmm. Everybody was expecting $499.
Yeah.
If they can pull $400, I mean, $499 is going to be too much. I think honestly,
I think if anything over $499 will feel like too much right out of the gate for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is that the standard Xbox Series X is going to be $499 according to these rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So Sony has to have something at least $450.
Yeah,
to
they have
compare.
to be able to compete with the Series X at least. You know what I mean? That both of their if the fucking discless one is $499 and the one with a disc drive is $599, that'll be an issue for them.
Or even if it's $550, it'll still be too much.
They need to have an option that's cheaper than the Series X. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be the real competitor is the Series X. You know what I mean?
If the discless could be $450, then I think they'd be fine. Mm-hmm. I honestly think they're going to be fine no matter what.
Sure.
Just because it's PlayStation, but I do think they will lose some people to this.
Totally.
Just because it's easy for kids to be like, I want a next gen console, and their parents go to GameStop or whatever, and they're like, what's the cheapest next gen console? And they're like, this one's $299, and he'll be able to get everything he needs as long as he has an internet connection. They'll be like, oh, fucking give me that. I'm not gonna pay $450 when I can pay $299 and he can play all the same shit on it. True. You got to think about the moms going in and buying their kids consoles, and then people who just don't have the money to get a PS5,
Yeah, I think those are the people that are really going to get attracted by this $299 Xbox. You know what I mean? Because that is, like I said, that's your gateway to the next gen.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, it really is.
And it's not bad. 1440p, 120 frames per second, max, and then obviously they can upscale to 4K. You're really not hurting at that point. And it's going to have the ray tracing and everything just like the other consoles. It would be a lot
nicer to have the other one, though. But still, $200, it's a lot of money. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It is a lot of money.
But it's also an investment. I mean, you think about, it's that one purchase you make and then you have, this console for years. You got to think about what you want to dedicate yourself to, especially if like a year or two down the road from now, they're going to drop the 1X or the Series fucking
the
Y
Series
or
X,
some
1X.
shit. Yeah, the Series X2 or some shit. It's going to be like twice as powerful.
The Series XXX.
I'm just saying it might not be smart to get the lower end of things right at the start whenever things can only get more powerful. You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't know what's going to happen here. And I made a post in the group earlier being like, what the fuck is Sony going to do? I saw a lot of people got pissed off about that. I didn't mean Sony's in trouble, but I want to know what they're going to price. I'm asking what the fuck is Sony going to do about this? Because
Sony's definitely been waiting to announce because of this.
They even said they were. Mm-hmm. They there was one of the executives was on record saying that they were waiting to see what Xbox does.
So there is something they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Even if it's not immediately apparent to us as consumers, they're doing something, and it's a reaction to what Xbox is doing, which is nice. I feel like this competition can only be good for us in the long run, especially with Xbox coming out swinging like that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is their worst fear. I think they were afraid that Xbox would have something this cheap up their sleeve, and they have some kind of plan to counteract it. But I don't know what. You know what I mean?
Maybe like a free PlayStation Eye camera.
The PS4.5. They just drop it right in the.
That would be trash. But yeah, so that's all the big Xbox news. Tomorrow, though, be on the lookout. PlayStation's pricing, and we're gonna see tomorrow.
Man, we always get the big news like the day after our podcast.
I know. I feel like we need to move to Wednesdays or some shit. But
oh, that's okay. It always just makes
next
a little
week
more
better.
Fun.
Yeah.
I guess speaking of which, did we have our podcast last week before we got to talk about the Nintendo event that happened? I don't think we talked about it.
No, we didn't talk about Nintendo's event. No.
So this is a big deal too.
Yes, it is. Very big deal.
So Nintendo had an event, and they announced a bunch of cool shit. I'm just gonna go through and say some of the bigger, better things.
The stuff that matters.
Yeah. So they announced a Mario Battle Royale game where it's like a shitload of different people playing Mario. It's kind of like Tetris 99.
Exactly like Tetris 99.
Only with 35 people instead of 99. And it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's like whenever you like hit like turtle shells or something, you can send enemies to other people's game, and like fill up their screen with a bunch of enemies and get them, messed up. You're basically like playing like through a Super Mario level.
Yeah.
And whoever can get to the end or whatever first, I guess, is the winner.
Yeah, or the last man standing, I think.
Yeah.
It just puts you through the Mario games until like...
Literally what I made up last week.
Dude.
No, not last week. It was like 2 weeks ago.
You called it,
I was like, dude, we need a Super Mario Battle Royale. I mean, they didn't take my name for it, which would be, super... what was it? It was Super Mario BROs or something like
yeah
but yeah, like it's basically that, whatever we were talking about in that
we need
episode.
to start thinking a little more carefully about the shit that we project into the world, because I feel like everything we think about just comes to life.
We need to make it ourselves. I was thinking about getting RPG Maker and making like we should make a game, like not really focus too much on the or actually we could focus on it, but apparently RPG Maker, you don't have to have any coding experience, and you can make like your own full-fledged game, write out all the dialogue and all the cutscenes and all that stuff.
Yes.
We need to make an RPG, and it came out to Switch. Can you imagine just making a game on your Switch?
We should make an RPG, like a Game Speak podcast, the game, and like make it just free to all the people, all our Patreon subscribers or something.
That's what I'm saying. And if we put in enough effort and it's pretty good, we could get like actual developers to come in and like put in our own assets.
We know a guy.
Yeah, we know quite a few.
We know a couple guys.
Yeah, and then we'll just pay him here and there. Like, here, could you work on the art assets for this or whatever, and then make it a real game. That'd be tight.
Man, you're getting me all excited over here.
Be sick.
Okay. Well, still on the Nintendo event, they also announced, probably the most exciting thing they announced is Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a collection, which they did this on the Wii with Super Mario All-Stars, like the classic All-Stars.
Right.
And this is the first time we're getting Super Mario Sunshine outside of the GameCube. So it's like a HD upscale port of Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
Notice there's no Super Mario Galaxy 2, which a lot of people are pissed about, but also...
Just be happy with what you're getting, okay?
That's what Nintendo says. Papa Nintendo says, you be happy. No, but I'm kind of a little bit, split on this, where I'm excited about it, but at the same time, we are getting screwed on this. $60 for, first off, Mario 64. They didn't even change the screen. What is it called? The ratio?
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
No.
I thought they were putting it to 16:9.
No, from what I read, Super Mario 64 doesn't have an updated...
Are you 110% sure about that?
I'm almost positive. I'm almost
check
positive.
into
Check
that
that.
real
I think they put like borders on the screen or something, like how they did with Rare Replay. But and then they claimed it's like upscaled to HD, but like if you watch like side by side, clips, it doesn't really look any different. Like just barely. It's got like a little shine to it. Brent's checking on that.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, I think that's important to know about.
Yeah, because that was one of their big things, is that the 16:9 aspect ratio was like they like made a. Hang on, let me check it out.
The aspect ratio. I don't know why that just slipped my mind. What we got, Brent?
Oh, you're right. You're 100% fucking right.
Yeah, it's straight bullshit. So like you're gonna be playing this on your TV and it's gonna look just real shitty, like barely upscale,
real shitty.
Like, think about it. Think about playing in the N64 aspect ratio on your modern day, HD flat screen TV. It's just gonna look really bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna look better than back in the day.
It looked better on the DS. I mean,
it looked good it looked okay on the DS.
It actually looked better on the DS than the N64. They upped the resolution on the DS, like whenever they made it.
I mean, they are gonna upscale the resolution on this.
Yeah, it's gonna be HD. But have you seen it? Like, have you gone on YouTube and looked up side by side comparisons? It looks no different, like at all.
It looks a little
barely.
different.
It's like shiny now. Like it looks like they just put like some gloss on him.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say it looks great, but I can definitely tell a difference.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But all I'm saying is $60. All right, and all they did was fucking port this game. They did not do anything to this game.
I mean, okay, I feel you.
They
I definitely
didn't
think
add extra stars. They didn't fucking, do.
They should have done like the Mafia trilogy and like remastered 64. I would have been cool if you like remade 64 and then did the other two like as just a upscale.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
those are more, modern
feeling. Yeah,
it's like Mario Sunshine looked great already.
Sure, yeah.
Like
so did Galaxy. I mean, they both could like pass the test of like a modern-ish kind of game. You know what I mean?
But this, not only are these things coming out at $60, it's a limited time release. So
for the physical edition.
No, for all of it.
Really?
Yes, it's limited for the physical and for the digital versions. So like you have to buy it in a window till March 21st of 2021 or something like that. Look that up, Brent, just so we're
make sure we're
specific. But I guarantee you, I double checked this because it pissed me off. You have a limited window to buy this game, and it's like a less than a year to get it. And once you have it forever. But I'm sure they'll figure something out, like where like I just don't understand. What is the point?
Wow, why would they limit I understand maybe limiting the physical release, because a lot of people do limited physical releases, you know what I mean? But why limit the digital release? You're just taking money out of your own pocket. It's like the Disney Vault thing or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They're like, we have to limit this, so and the next gen we can make them pay again for the next,
All they're going to end up doing is getting a fuckload of scalpers buying up all the copies of this shit. It's just going to be a mess. You know what I mean?
It's going to suck.
I really, man,
it's like I'm going to take my boy Mario and do him like this. Huh?
They should have made it a little cheaper, but you know what? That's Nintendo. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna, whatever.
Nintendo does what Nintendo don't. I don't know what that means, but
makes sense.
Yeah.
So they also announced a Mario RC car that you can like put in your living room and like set up these little things and like hold your Switch and like control.
It's an AR game.
It's an AR game. Yeah.
So basically, the little.
But you play with your Switch, which is interesting.
So the Mario Kart, like little RC cart, is it has a camera on it, and that camera like shows what's going on, and then on your Switch you see it in like Super Mario or like Mario Kart visuals, like like your cart is actually virtually in there.
It interacts with these like checkpoints you put in the real world and like makes a virtual track for you to ride on.
Yeah, and you can like customize like anywhere you put those little like what are they called? They're not tracks. They're
like gates, I guess.
Yeah, little gates. So basically, anywhere you put these gates, you can create like you can customize all the tracks you want to make.
It's a great idea.
It's really cool, and there's like virtual opponents, or like, and if you don't have anybody to play with, you can play it virtually like that, or your friends can come over and bring theirs, and then you can all play on this track. You have to have a lot of space.
And a lot of friends.
And a lot of friends. I imagine this is for kids.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So like you can throw a turtle shell in the game, and if it hits somebody's cart, like their cart will stop, like as you're going around the track. It's
That's
really
awesome.
neat. Did you watch the
I did
video of
watch
it?
the video. It looked like a lot of fun. To me,
Yeah.
this is the kind of thing I would have been psyched about as a kid. I would have been taking it outside and fucking...
Yeah, kids these days. We just had to play kick the can. No, I'm just kidding. That's all we had. No, but yeah, that game is going to be $99, 99 cents.
But it does come with a lot of cool shit. I mean, it makes sense for that one to be more expensive.
Yeah,
You know?
you'll get either Mario or Luigi Kart and the AR game download.
Oh, they have
for
a
that
Luigi
price.
one? That's fun.
Yeah.
They also announced a Game & Watch handheld thing with like a Mario game on it. I don't know. It's kind of gimmicky.
Yeah, very gimmicky, but you know how the Nintendo fans are. We'll buy anything.
We will. They also announced Mario All-Stars on SNES on the Switch. Or on NES. I forgot which one.
SNES.
SNES, yeah. But it's on Switch now, so you can play that.
Nice. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so the OG one. And let's see, there's Mario events coming to Animal Crossing, Splatoon, and I think Smash Bros. Or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
this is all for the 35th anniversary
Yeah.
of Super Mario.
Mm-hmm.
So if you played the first Super Mario when it originally came out, you are old. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but what was the other thing that it was Super Mario? Oh, also they're releasing for the Switch Super Mario. Where was it?
Oh, yeah.
It was
The Bowser's Fury thing?
Yeah,
or-
it was Super Mario 3D World from Wii U, and plus Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
Which
technically should be part of the 3D All-Star thing, too, if you think about it.
Hey,
You
stop
know what I mean?
thinking. Stop thinking.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, and it will release on February 21st, 2021 for $59.99. So by the time you're playing your Xbox Series X or S and PS5, don't worry, because I know you'll be bored playing those consoles.
Yeah.
With their amazing graphics. You'll have access to Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's fucking Fury
Yeah, dog.
for $60.
Who needs a PS5?
It's like, God, Nintendo, man. It's like sometimes they fucking kill it, and then sometimes they just piss me off. But anyways, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not thinking about going and finding Shigeru Miyamoto and smacking him across the face or anything. But anyways, it's me, I guess. But Kevin Knezovic at GameSpot says a new Zelda spin-off is coming to Nintendo Switch this November. Nintendo has announced, titled Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. The game is another Dynasty Warriors-style Zelda adventure developed by Koei Tecmo, and it serves as a prequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's set 100 years before the events of the Switch launch title. Age of Calamity chronicles the great calamity that devastated Hyrule as it unfolded. As in the previous Hyrule Warriors, the game will feature multiple playable characters, each with a unique playstyle. Players will be able to take control of Link, Zelda, and the four champions of Hyrule, Mipha, Rivali, Daruk, and Urbosa, and cut through waves of Ganon's minions. Along with the aforementioned characters, a small guardian can be seen among the heroes in the game's official key art, suggesting it could be playable as well. In addition to over-the-top battles, Age of Calamity incorporates traditional Zelda elements like puzzles. Players will need to use the Sheikah Slate and other skills to overcome these and other environmental obstacles. Nintendo also says the game features a robust story that depicts the events, relationships, and dramatic moments of the Great Calamity in captivating detail.
Bro, I'd rather eat a fucking dagger than fucking play a Dynasty Warriors spinoff again. Like,
I know, but like I don't understand why they thought this was a good idea.
dude, why is Dynasty Warriors even a thing now, dude? Like, fucking...
For real, like nobody just plays Dynasty Warriors and it's like, this is good.
What they need to do is fucking get From Software over there and make like a Dark Souls Zelda. You know what I'm saying? That would be fucking sick.
That
dude.
would be sick.
It's like a really hard, dark Zelda, you know?
Dark Zelda. I like that. It should just be called Dark Zelda. Don't even give a fuck, dude.
He's just wearing like a black tunic the whole time, dude. Just fucking white hair.
It'd be
fucking...
Shadow Link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be tight. Anyways, yeah, so that's the other Nintendo news. Brent, what you got?
Okay. Codemasters racing game Dirt 5 has been delayed to November 6th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The developer confirmed the move on Twitter, acknowledging that this news sucks. The delay isn't a long one, as Dirt 5 was originally slated for release on October 16th. It sucks, we know, Codemaster said of the new delay. The start line is now a little further away, but it's still very much in sight. So yeah, if you're looking forward to Dirt 5, then sorry, you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer.
That and like every other launch
Every
title is
other
getting
Xbox
delayed.
exclusive. I think this still might come out on time.
Dirt's not an Xbox exclusive. It's a third party. It's going to
is
be on
it?
both, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know.
No, I think you're right.
Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot says Minecraft is finally getting PlayStation VR support, with developer Mojang announcing a free update coming later this month to add the functionality. In a new PlayStation blog post, Mojang explains that it has been working on the new way to play for some time now and is very excited to offer it to all PSVR owners later this month. The update will let you play any Minecraft content using your PSVR headset, with Mojang stressing that no content will be inaccessible in VR.
Very cool. I think this will be cooler for people who are already playing Minecraft a lot to like go back and walk through their creations in VR. You know what I mean?
Be cool. With PSVR, you will be able to choose between two modes, namely immersive and living room mode. Immersive mode is what you would likely assume Minecraft in VR to be, with your head becoming the in-game camera to fully immerse you in your crafting. Living room mode is like playing a non-PSVR game with the headset, projecting the game into a virtual screen instead. Irrespective of your choice, you will need a DualShock 4 to play Minecraft in VR. That means no PS Move controller support, but it does mean you'll be able to jump into Minecraft with a control scheme that is familiar and enjoy it from an entirely new perspective. I think it would get annoying if you had PS Move controls, like just
you had to do
whacking
that. Yeah, your
everything.
arms would probably get tired. Although it would be nice to have the option if you really wanted to, you know, just to be able to like look at your sword and stuff, you know.
They don't have the animations for that. You know
That's probably why they haven't done it, you know. But then again, they kind of do have the animations for that because the fucking Oculus version is like that. You know what I mean? So it's a little interesting to think about, but at the same time, you know, I think it'll be okay. What's really kind of bugging me though is less about Minecraft being like that, and more that I read that the new Hitman game is going to be like that. Like apparently
you have to use a PlayStation controller.
Apparently. But I mean, like, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is way less exciting now that I know I'm not going to be able to like strangle people and like point my gun around the corner and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, couldn't you just walk with the thumbstick or whatever on the PlayStation Move controller?
Most of the games that are like free movement with the PlayStation Move controllers actually handle it pretty well. You just like point the controller where you want to go and push the move button, which in a 3D space isn't that big of a deal. It's just kind of like you look there and you like go bloop and you start walking that way. You know what I mean? It's like pushing a button and the controller just like pulls you almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that even still feels kind of like
it's
whack.
Weird, but it works better than a lot of things. Like Skyrim and stuff is way better that way than it is with the controller. You know, even with all the extra jankiness you have to go through. You know what I mean?
For sure. What you got?
Oh, man. Let's see. Doom and Doom 2 have continued to improve since their disappointing launch on Switch. I don't know who was disappointed with Doom and Doom 2 on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. But
yeah, I didn't hear
apparently some people were disappointed. But since then, they've gotten numerous updates that have turned them into fantastic ports. The latest series of changes for the PC, console, and mobile versions have impacted these classics further, adding several new features and a new level set for some players. These updates launch September 3rd, so you should update your version of Doom and Doom 2 to reap the benefits. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, they change it to where there's a 16:9 aspect ratio, and the deathmatch is better, and there's a new level if you're playing the original Doom game. So that's fun, you know? And there's a new difficulty mode they added, too, so.
Oh, nice.
And a crosshair, so you can, like, aim with the crosshair.
Wow, a crosshair.
Yeah.
Things are getting crazy
They're getting wild over there, bro.
Yeah. So Gabe Gerwin at GameSpot says, after only being available for a little over a year, it appears the Oculus Quest could be on its way out, or at least the original version of the headset. Just prior to Facebook Connect, retailers have begun delisting the Quest and are reportedly saying it has been discontinued. However, fear not, a replacement is almost inevitable. Speaking to Upload VR, a UK sales representative said the device had reached its, quote, end of life, end quote. Didn't it just come out?
Yeah, like a year ago.
And no more shipments will be arriving. It will likely give way to a new and improved Quest rather than signify the standalone headset's complete demise. It has sold well and has been regularly out of stock at retailers well before its apparent discontinuation. On September 16th, Facebook will hold an AR and VR-focused conference called Facebook Connect. It's a replacement for the Oculus Connect conference. The name change comes as Oculus Research itself was renamed to Facebook Reality Labs. Given the massive brand recognition for Oculus, however, it seems unlikely the devices themselves will drop it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a lot of like Oculus groups, and I keep seeing people posting this, like, "Oh no, it's over. Oculus is done. We're fucked," you know. And I'm like, dude, like they're selling out a fucking Oculus Quest faster than they can fucking make them. Do you really think they're gonna like just stop right now? You know what I mean? Like you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah, it's definitely not because of that. It's definitely because Facebook wants to brand their shit. I bet you anything, the Oculus Quest is changed to Facebook Quest or some bullshit like.
I mean, if that's what they want to do, as long as they keep the quality of the product high, I bet that this is way less malicious than what we're thinking, and I bet it's way less ambitious than what we're thinking. I bet it's just gonna be like you know when they put out that version 2 of the original Switch with like a better battery life and shit, and like. It was just like slightly better than the original, and they didn't even like label it anything different. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I bet it's gonna be like that because right now the Quest has a battery life of like 3 hours or something. If they could like just bump that up another 2 hours or something, it would be worth like just completely changing the distribution. You know what I mean? So they don't have to like. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's probably not going to be anything too crazy.
I bet it's just going to be like a little like bump in battery life or something.
What if it's just the next level, dude? Like it just comes out and it just fucking rips everything else to shreds.
My problem is, okay, so then you have a few situations, okay? So if it is the next level, there's a few ways that can go. Okay, we either end up with like a 3DS type situation where it's like the new 3DS and you can play the old Oculus Quest games, but you can't play the new Oculus Quest games, which would fucking piss me off, you know? And I think everybody that invested their fucking money into the Oculus Quest would get pissed off. Or there's the B side where this is like maybe makes Link more easy or something. Like maybe they have some kind of like wireless link to your computer. And that's the main feature for this thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because right now, Virtual Desktop is like the most popular app on the Oculus Quest. And basically all people are doing is wirelessly linking their Quest to their computer. You know what I mean? So I think if Oculus could come up with their own software for that, which obviously they can, if some fucking asshole online can do it, you know what I mean? Like, I think that we're going to see some sort of wireless solution. And that's probably what we're going to see. Or maybe an extended battery. There's going to be some kind of improvement to the Quest. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to get a full-fledged Quest 2 yet, though. I think it's just too early. You know?
Yeah.
It would be insulting to the people who paid all that money for a fucking Quest, you know?
Well, since I'm going, PC now, I'm eventually going to have to get me a VR. I'm going to have to go all in.
And lots of good options right now, man.
I know, but I'm more focused on getting that 3000 series. I got to build up my shit first. Then I'm gonna get a VR, and by that time, I bet you the whatever this Quest upgrade is gonna be out, and then I can start putting money towards that. You know,
man, when those 3000 cards come out, dude, like VR is gonna get stupid, dude. Like it's already pretty good with like the high end shit now, but like, dude. Like, Half-Life Alyx is going to be fucking nothing for those 3,000 cards to run. It's just going to be like, pew! Dude, I'm so excited. Like it.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm super excited. What you got?
Oh, sorry. I got all excited over here.
Right? I'm just...
Okay, we talked about Minecraft. Horizon Zero Dawn has gotten another patch that supposedly helps make it a little less buggy. So, again, if you got Horizon Zero Dawn on PC and you haven't gotten a refund yet, check it out.
Yeah, that sounds like it should have already been done, but it is what it is.
I honestly think I would wait a little longer because it sounds like this patch, and this is the second patch recently that's been like. It sounds like this patch didn't fix all the problems.
Like we think we kind of did something good here, guys. But this is Sony's first, like foray into publishing on PC. Like this is them publishing it to PC. So like they're gonna have some trouble at first, but this is good because now that we are PC, master race now, like that means in the future,
hopefully.
No, they did say, and I remember 2 weeks ago they said they're going to start bringing. I bet you the next game they bring to PC is going to be God of War.
Yeah, probably. But I think we're going to end up waiting forever for these exclusives. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be like.
I don't think so.
Like, Xbox is going to drop that shit like the day it comes out on PC. You know what I mean?
I think Sony is going to, like, as soon as they get this down. I think it'll I don't think it's a matter of like, oh, we're just waiting to see. I think that what they're doing is they're learning how to port this stuff to PC, and then from now on, it's just going to be quick. Especially with the new infrastructure, with the new the PS5. I think it'll be easier to move games to the PC from that.
Yeah, probably.
Than from PS4.
Probably be similar.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think the future's looking bright for PC gamers. But Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot says the second Ubisoft Forward stream has been confirmed for September 10th, and it might feature the return of a dormant franchise. According to a report, a Prince of Persia remake will be announced during the event next week. Bloomberg's Jason Schreier mentioned in the latest episode of the Triple Click podcast that the remake will be featured in the upcoming stream, after previously leaking a few weeks ago. Schreier offered no additional details on what the remake might entail, but did mention that it would be one of a few new games announced at the event. So the day after tomorrow, man, we're going to have a lot to talk about next week as well.
We really are. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Man, with the Prince of Persia thing, though, that could go a lot of different ways. Is it a remake of the original, like, side-scrolling Prince of Persia, like, reimagined? Or is it, like, a remake of Sands of Time, like, with the fucking graphics made better? Or is it, like, one of the more modern ones, like Warrior Within or something, I don't know. It's interesting to think about. I think Sands of Time is probably the most likely. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to be a remake of those, yeah. Or not a remake, but like a reboot. Even though the last one they did was a reboot. Remember that?
Kind of. They did that Warrior Within and then the other one.
No, the next one was just called Prince of Persia.
Oh.
Remember they rebooted it and it was like cel-shaded kind of? Like.
Was it good?
Yeah. I mean, it did well. It went back to like T-rated. Because like Warrior Within was like rated M by that point, and then they did a reboot in like 2010, I think it was.
Oh shit!
And it was just called The Prince of Persia.
I'm gonna have to get that.
Yeah, yeah. I completely forgot about it. Until the other day I was looking it up. But, anyways, let me see what I knew. I had something else on here. Oh yeah. Gabe Gerwin at GameSpot says hand-to-hand combat and plenty of forklift action are coming to Crunchyroll. The cult favorite Shenmue game series is getting turned into an anime series with original creator Yu Suzuki serving as executive producer. Announced during the virtual Crunchyroll Expo on September 5th, the Shenmue anime series is a collaboration with Adult Swim and will be directed by One Punch Man's Chikara Sakurai. The 13-episode series doesn't have a release date yet. But
you had me at Sakurai, dude.
I know, dude.
I'm all about that shit.
He's gonna like make sure the humor is like. I feel like it's gonna be cheeky.
Fucking hilarious, dude. They're gonna definitely touch on like the fucking like mundaneness of the game, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be really good, dude.
Oh, definitely. It's gonna be hilarious.
There's a lot of potential there. You know what I mean?
Like if they wanted to make it serious, they could. And it would be better than the game, honestly, probably.
I think it'll be a healthy blend of like humor and seriousness, like One Punch Man, but like a little more towards the serious side and a little less on the humor side. But I think it'll still have both elements. You know what I mean?
I think it would be really funny if they just did it like it was like the actual game story and everything, but they just completely made fun of like the horrible voice acting and stuff. Like it was
Baby
just
boy Ryu.
yeah, it was just extremely self-aware, you know. And it was just satire of the game, you
That
know,
would be
like
so fucking funny, dude.
But-
I'm gonna watch it though. That's like one of the few animes that Netflix has been putting out that I'm like really hyped about.
yeah, same.
Okay, so good guy CD Projekt Red over here has announced that they will not be making Cyberpunk 2077 $70 on the new consoles. They said that they feel like it'd be unfair to the people they've already charged $59.99, and they're not just going to swap it at the last second. But
Which is good, but they also are going to have microtransactions in the multiplayer.
just in the multiplayer, though.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
Which they said it wouldn't be aggressive, but typically that means that it's going to be aggressive. And
I'm not tripping. I kind of just expect stuff to have fucking microtransactions these days. You know what I mean?
It is 2020.
That's just how it is. But to make up for it, they have also announced that The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt will be getting free next-gen upgrades for everybody, including PC. So if you own The Witcher Wild Hunt, expect some sort of like ray tracing upgrade in the near future.
Nice. I'm ready to trace those rays.
Yeah.
Dude. It's going to be exciting.
It is. It's exciting stuff.
Anyways, yeah, you go. I'm out of news.
Okay, well, sit back and relax, because
I got my seatbelt on.
I'm about to blast it at you, dude.
Oh, no.
EA Sports has released an emergency patch for UFC 4 to address a major bug in other parts of the gameplay in the MMA game. The big bug is the purple screen bug. For weeks prior to the patch, which is called 2.03, players reported that their screens turned purple and the game essentially became unplayable without rebooting their consoles. This hasn't happened to me, and I played a shitload of this game. So, in terms of the gameplay fixes, this new update clears out issues related to blocking and striking, while some tuning changes have been made to stamina. In short, blah, blah, blah. And they go on, they did a lot of tweaks and stuff, but basically they did their best to remove the purple screen issue, but it might still happen, so, but it's probably way less likely to happen now. Either way, not that big of a deal. Just turn your console off, turn it back on. This isn't really news, but did you see that video of Tony Hawk hitting the skate balloons?
I did not. I saw that he did that, but I was like, I'm good. I don't really need to watch this.
It was heartwarming. It was a good video.
Was it?
Yeah.
I feel like he's doing a lot of stuff right now. Like,
He is,
just
man.
for the game. Lots of marketing stuff.
Can you blame him? He's probably been living under a rock the past 10 years. He's probably excited to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Let's see. Okay, we talked about that. Team Fortress 2 community. There's some guy that's making, because apparently in Team Fortress 2 there's these racist bots that go around killing everybody, and some guy got fed up with it and made his own bots that are killing the bots that that kill everybody. So
wait, they're racist bots?
Yeah, apparently they go around. I've saw videos of it, and they go around spinning in circles and shooting people and putting racist shit into the chat. It's weird. It's really weird.
What?
Yeah, and they're computers. But so this guy made his own bots that go around killing these bots, and
the game just becomes a bot versus bot.
Well, now the Reddit community's hey, if you see the bots that are called Guardian bots or whatever, leave them in the game because they're friendly and they kill the other bots or whatever. So apparently,
are these racist bots that big of a problem?
Apparently that they've broken the game. Apparently,
oh my goodness.
And Valve isn't doing anything to fix it. So the community's kind of taking it upon themselves to
Where is Valve? What is happening over there?
They're off doing their own thing.
They're nah, we're in VR now. You guys can deal with the racist bots on your own.
They're doing the VR thing.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah. PlayStation Now got some new games this month. Resident Evil 7, which also came to Xbox this month. So either console you're on, if you have the streaming service, Resident Evil 7's on there now, and it's fire. They also put Final Fantasy 15, Observation, and WWE 2K19 on PlayStation Now this month. So check that out. Let's see. Hello Games, the people behind No Man's Sky, are working on some next big project, but I wouldn't get too hyped. You know what they said about No Man's Sky before it came out.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I bet they don't say shit about this game.
Dude, they've already said they're working on a, quote, huge, ambitious game.
Oh, God. They probably should have been like, this game's going to suck. Don't worry about it, guys. That way, when it comes out and it's mediocre, everyone's like, this is really good.
They should definitely curb everybody's enthusiasm a little bit. They're like a 23-person team. In all fairness, they're doing pretty good for a 23-person team, but like they just make...
Yeah. The last time, though, they just straight up lied about what the game was going to be. They're like, this game is going to fucking blow your... It was like Spore.
I think
it
they
was like
legitimately thought they were going to do that, and then they just couldn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's the problem. And it like took him till after he like, after people like attacked him to finally be like, okay, I'm sorry I lied. Like it was just a bad situation. They fixed it now though. Everybody's all cool with the game, though the game is not anything like what it was supposed to be even now. I still don't think it's what it was originally supposed to be, but people are just like, oh, it's a good game though. So like if they were to come out and be like, our next game is going to be super mediocre, everyone would be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll give it a try. And then it's like, it's just good. Then they're like, oh shit, this shit's awesome.
See, yeah, that's why we need to make games, man. Because we'd just be like, this game's gonna suck.
This game's gonna suck ass. Yeah, the game is called Humble Pie.
That's the problem. We would undersell our game, and then nobody would buy it, and it would end up being like the dopest game ever. You know what I mean?
The greatest game of all time. What you got?
So okay, if you're out there playing Marvel Avengers on the PC and you're enjoying it,
well then we might as well not read this. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, guess what? You could enjoy it even more because there's a patch that it doesn't automatically install if you're playing on Steam. If you go into like the properties section on your Steam library and the DLC tab, you can install the high resolution textures pack. It's 26.7 gigabytes of glorious graphics that will make your game like twice as good looking as it already does. So now I'm kind of in this like pickle. It's like, do I play on PS4 and get Spider-Man, or do I play on PC and have good graphics?
Or you just don't play it.
Dude, I'm gonna play it.
Oh, you are a fool, man.
I'm gonna do it, bro.
Don't play this game.
Why not?
I've heard it's like even more like it's more kiddish than like the Lego games.
I've heard it's great. I've heard
the story's decent, but like the gameplay sucks.
Epic like 14-hour superhero game that's like fun. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. You'll be the judge of that.
I guess I will.
Yeah. Make sure you get that Mountain Dew micro, transaction for. I want to see your guys wearing, Mountain Dew jerseys.
Is that a thing?
No, it's like AT&T
totally
or something,
fuck
or like
around with
Verizon. You got to pay like $5 for like a Verizon outfit.
Oh, that's
or
way
something.
less cool. I don't want to. I would fuck with the Mountain Dew outfit. You know?
Yeah, dude.
If I had a Mountain Dew shield for my fucking Captain America,
like a Doritos hat.
Oh, you already know, dude.
Yeah, dude, that'd be in.
It'd be over.
I'd buy that game.
All right, yeah. So there you go. That's all we got here.
Sweet. That's it for this week's gaming news. We're going to jump on over to this week's releases, where I'm going to let you know which brand new games you can grab in the next 7 days, starting with The Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon, coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on September 9th for $14.99. Unless you have Game Pass, then it's probably free, right?
I don't know. I was about to say, do you have to buy that if you have Game Pass? Because...
Well, I think it's either at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month. All games coming out to Game Pass will include all DLC.
Really?
Yeah, going forward.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, dude, Xbox knows what they're doing with that platform, dude.
See, that's a thing. That's a reason to get Game Pass right there, because a lot of people are like, I'd still prefer to buy my game. It's like, well, would you still prefer to buy the fucking DLC, bitch?
Yeah, because that DLC gonna be free, dog. But The Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon is the first major DLC add-on for The Outer Worlds. It doesn't say anything else about it. But and then we have Hot Shot Racing coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on September 10th for $19.99. Hot Shot Racing is a blisteringly fast arcade-style racing game fusing drift handling, razor-sharp retro visuals, and an incredible sense of speed to create an exhilarating driving experience. And then we have Bacon Switch coming to Switch September 10th for $29.99.
Hey.
Bacon Switch is a couch co-op and PvP game where strange, adorable dough creatures must be sacrificed to the guardians of dough in order to appease their hunger and gain their help in fighting the deadly scourge. Okay.
That sounds like really epic and really goofy at the same time.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like Bug Snacks. No, but then we have Other Side, spelt with a C, like other side, like broken
like
side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, coming to Switch. That emo rap group. We have this game coming to Switch on September 10th for $34.99. Other Side is a horror-themed tactical turn-based game set in an esoteric world beyond our reality.
Oh, shit.
Then we have Inertial Drift coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, and PC on September 11th. Ooh, bad choice. For $19.99. Speed along stunning tracks in the pink Japanese sunset with a fighting game-like roster of 16 unique cars, drivers, and techniques in this arcade racer on one of the most notorious days in history. No, I'm just kidding. But how are you going to release a game on September 11th?
Right? What the fuck?
But anyways, and then we got Fight Crab coming to Switch on September 15th for $19.99.
I think I've seen this, actually. Is this where you have the knives and your crabs and you're fighting each other?
I think so.
Nice.
That we're about to see. It's Fight Crab. In Fight Crab, take control of a I can't do the Mr. Krabs voice. Take control of a simulated physics-powered crab and take on various opponents in this 3D action game with one basic rule. Flip your enemy over to win.
Aw, shit.
And then we got Spelunky 2 coming to PS4 and PC on September 15th. Couldn't find a price for this game, but Spelunky 2 is the sequel to the cave exploration / treasure hunting game Spelunky. Follow Anna Spelunky and her friends on an exciting new adventure as they journey deeper than they could have ever imagined. And then we have Undaunted, the First Heresy coming to PC on September 15th. Couldn't find a price. Undaunted, the First Heresy is a roguelike first-person shooter set in a mythological fantasy underworld.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I love underworlds.
Was that it?
That's it. That's all we got coming out this week.
I guess we had to have a slow week at some point. It's a pretty good month for games.
Yeah, they're
aside
just
from
blasting
this week.
them. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that's it for this week's releases. We're going to jump on over to currently playing. Brent, what are you playing, sir?
Oh, man, I'm sorry. This is going to take forever. So just bear with me because I'm playing a lot of shit right now.
I'm bearing.
So first of all, I got that EA Play thing for $30 where it's like the whole next year I can play a bunch of random EA games. You know?
Yeah.
So I've downloaded Battlefront 2.
Oh, hold up. Koalasaur91, thanks for the follow, dog.
Hey, Koalasaur! Can you imagine a koala dinosaur?
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
With their skin and feathers and bones.
Oh, man. I was just thinking like a really big koala or like a dinosaur with like koala arms. I don't know.
Like a T-Rex with koala arms.
Yeah, maybe.
Koalasaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Or like a little what are those little ones in what's it called in Jurassic Park?
You mean the little
like
ones?
The little ones that like fuck with that little girl at the beginning?
Yeah.
Did they kill her?
No, they didn't kill her. They just they just nipped her a couple times.
That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was like, how'd they kill a kid in this movie? But anyways, yeah. But those as like tiny miniature koalas.
Yeah.
And they just come up and they nip at you.
Oh God.
They'd be so adorable.
And terrifying. All at the same time.
Anyways.
Is it koala bears that are like vicious? But like they're cute, or no? That's panda bears.
Panda bears. I was thinking of pandas this whole time.
Yeah, dude. Koalas are like smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, koalas wouldn't be shit. That's what Jawbreaker says.
Dang, guys.
But koala.
You don't know shit about koalas. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, leaf-eating ass.
Oh, leafy. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's pretty fun. It's okay.
Yeah.
Although on PC, for some reason, it's having a lot of trouble in DirectX 12. Like, if you switch to DirectX 11, it plays fine. I don't know what the dealio is there. Then I was like, man, I really want to play a scary game. So, like, I was thinking about scary games that I've never played. And you know that game Visage that's, like, always on YouTube and shit?
Yes, I think I think so. What's it look like?
It's kind of like PT, like graphics wise, like it's like a photorealistic like house and like spooky shit's going on. But it's like I can't get anything to happen. Like I think I'm supposed to do some kind of like complex puzzle or something, but it's like there's no info on what I'm supposed to do. There's no guidelines.
Oh, okay.
So like
kind of like PT.
Yeah, but I can't trigger any of the scary events. So it's like it gets less and less scary as I play it, and like I kind of just gave up on it. It's like basically it's just like walk around the house while a ghost turns the lights off behind you simulator.
Oh,
I don't know,
that's
man.
lame.
I mean, no, I know
12-year-old
cool.
me would be really excited or really scared.
I've seen some like terrifying clips of this game on YouTube, but it's like I just can't figure it out. I'm like way too dumb to like play this game without some kind of walkthrough or something.
Maybe you have to do like a seance or something before you play it.
Oh, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like pull out the
Summon the ghost into
Yeah,
the
you
game.
got to pull out the Ouija board.
Yeah.
They should have an interactive Ouija board that you like plug in with USB and then like you play the game and it like says shit to you. How come nobody's made that yet? Like a virtual Ouija board, like a peripheral Ouija board that you plug into your computer and it like randomly generates shit, and then
I feel like it would probably be like the most expensive game ever, and you would only be compatible with like one very specific.
No. You don't get a game. Fuck making a game around it. You take it, and it's like the same thing as like it's just like randomly generates like letters and words and stuff. So like you're chilling with your friends and you're like, hey, let's hit up the randomly generated fucking, game and see if we can get a demon to possess it.
Or just not tell your friends and have it like Wi-Fi hooked up or something.
Oh yeah, you got that like, Bluetooth.
Bro. Yeah, that would be next level if you had like a prank Ouija board.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be fun.
Yeah.
Be great.
That would be cool.
And this is why we need jobs at fucking Hasbro. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck. Milton and Bradbury. Bradley.
Milton and whatever that guy.
Yeah, Milton, the other guy. He fucking sucks.
Okay. So then I played Tell Me Why, Chapter 1 and 2, which is Don't Nod's new game.
Yeah. How's that?
It's okay. It's kind of slow. Like
it looked really boring to me.
It's kind of boring, and I'm like a fan of this style of game. You know what I mean? Also, if you're one of the people that was offended by the little transgender kid on The Last of Us 2, then this game will really, really piss you off. So, like, if you just are one of those people that just really hates gay people or something, like, this is not the game for you.
Or transgender
yeah,
people.
Yeah, so, but, I don't care. I'm like, I'm cool with everybody,
Hasbro Bros.
Hasbro Bros. But, okay, so I played Chapter 1, and it was, like, super boring, like, the whole time. But it's like the story is okay. It's like good enough to keep you playing. But then like by the end of Chapter 1, I'm like, I'm probably not going to play Chapter 2. And then like right at the end, they show one of like the creepiest characters I've ever seen in a video game. I was like, fuck, I have to play Chapter 2. So then I played Chapter 2 and I was like, man, this is just as boring as Chapter 1 was.
That's how they get you.
But then again, now I've already invested like all the time into Chapter 1 and 2, and it's only a 3-chapter game. So it's like I have to play Chapter 3.
Yeah, but when does Chapter 3 come out? Like
that's
3 years from now?
Actually, these games are... So, like, Chapter 1 and 2 came out, like, last week. And Chapter 3 comes out on the 10th in, like, 2 days from now. So, they actually released these pretty quick. But honestly, what this feels like is, like, it was supposed to be Life is Strange 3, and, like, they didn't have enough time to, like, finish it or something. That's what this feels like, you know?
You don't have to play the 3rd chapter, right?
No, I do have to play the 3rd chapter.
You're like, it's boring. And then you're like, but I have to play it now.
Nah, dude. If I invest like 7 hours into a fucking story, dude, I'm going to find out how it ends. Like, you know what I mean?
You could always just like Google it,
Nah, dude.
After it comes out.
I thought the first 2 Lord of the Rings movies were boring, but I still watched the fucking 3rd one.
Are you trying to get us killed?
I am.
Are you trying to get us killed on a live on Twitch stream?
I'm just saying, if you invest that much time into a story, you have to figure out the conclusion.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I get it. But that's why YouTube exists today. No,
I guess.
That's why they created YouTube.
The only thing that would be more boring than playing this game
is watching
it on YouTube. So, then I played Mortal Shell a little bit. This is like a Dark Souls ripoff kind of game. Super, super fucking hard. The graphics are really good. I don't know. As far as like Dark Souls games, this game like captures the feeling of like a From Software game a lot better than like a lot of the other knockoff Dark Souls games do. It's really hard and mysterious, but also satisfying when you kill a boss or something. Some of the enemies are fucking horrible, like horrible, horrifying fucking enemies. I don't know. It's a lot of fun, but I'm not very far into it. What do we got over there?
Oh, Dylan was saying, I know I made you guys watch Return of the King for my birthday when I was like 12. Didn't we go to the theater to watch it? Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I remember watching.
Some of the best movies I ever watched were on the fucking floor in Dylan's house, though. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. So I played that a little bit. If you're into Dark Souls games, highly, highly recommend it. It comes with Ian's stamp of approval too, which is like a big deal because he's like super into those fucking games. Then I played a little bit of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remake. I gotta say, fucking fantastic, man. They did such a good job on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. Like, first of all the levels are like beautiful. Like, they're just beautiful, you know? Everything's like the same. So like if you knew where skate was back in the day, it'll still be there, you know? All the gaps are the same. But everything's just beautiful, you know? And like this fucking soundtrack is not only are like all the songs there, almost, it feels like all the songs are there, but they added like so many new good songs. Like there's a song on there called Mid-20s Skateboarder by Pew Pew Pew. And like it is like the fucking catchiest shit ever. And it's only got like 5 lyrics in the whole song. And it's like so fucking good. I think, but it's one of those things. It's like if you play this game, you will find a new song that you like.
Nice.
100%. And not only that, but like they added new skateboarders. Like there's new generation of skateboarders in there too. It's not just the old skateboarders.
They got Nigel Houston on there.
Maybe. I'm not sure actually.
I want to know who they added. I haven't got this game yet. I need to, but I'm trying to not spend any more money this week.
This game will have you running in a fucking cyclone.
Yeah,
bro.
is that song on there?
Oh, it's on
there. You got
there.
me running in a cyclone.
Dude, it is so good, man. If you're a fan of the old Tony Hawks, it's like a must have. Like the only thing I can say about the game that's like a complaint is that I wish I didn't have to go all the way to the main menu to switch characters, but that's it. That's literally my only complaint about the whole entire game.
What about the light? Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I think somebody asked it in a question, but
okay.
Anyways, yeah. What else did you play?
And the last thing I played, sorry, I've been playing a lot of shit this week. I've had KOTOR 2 on my thing, so I started up a game in that, but I downloaded that restored content mod to it.
Yeah, all the stuff that was left out of the game.
So apparently when BioWare was making this game, they had to, BioWare didn't even make it. Obsidian made it. When Obsidian was making this game, they had to cut a bunch of content out of the game because they only had like a year to make the game. And this mod restores a lot of that content. A lot of it's janky, but it is a lot better than not having it in the game. You know what I mean? So it's fun. I'm like 7 hours into that right now.
Awesome. So I actually played something besides Warzone, but before I talk about that, I did play some Warzone this week with the homies on PC.
Ooh, on PC.
Yeah, it's nice and party.
Hey,
you know,
it is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot nicer.
The frame rate makes a big difference in games like Warzone.
Oh yeah,
and you got it up to like 60 on there.
Oh yeah. I was hitting like 90. Like I was up there. I wasn't getting any screen tearing, but I had it on uncapped.
Warzone's optimized really well too. Like it plays really well on most.
It looked really good. It felt really good. I also got to change my field of view on PC, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm running 100 times faster because my field of view has changed. But yes, played a lot of that. Was killing it, and then I tried out Grounded because I have Game Pass on my PC, and so I was like, I have Game Pass Ultimate, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try a Game Pass game. You know, and Grounded was one that I've been wanting to play. And let me tell you, it is beautiful. Like,
really?
On PC.
It's beautiful?
Oh, my God, dude. Like,
I have it downloaded. I just haven't tried it.
Dude, we need to play it. Do you have it on PC or what?
Yeah, PC.
Yes, let's fucking play it.
Oh, I'm so down, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so down.
It's very Minecrafty, but, like, it's got, like, that Fallout humor to it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Or not Fallout, but, like, kind of like Outer Worlds humor.
I gotta warn you, I'm like implicitly bad at games like this. Like any kind of like survival game, like Ark or anything like that. I'm like
It's not that
really
difficult.
bad at it.
It starts you. It actually gives you like objectives. Like whenever you first drop in, it's like, oh, go get this or that or whatever. The spiders are actually really terrifying. That
You didn't turn them into popcorn, bro?
No, that thing pops up the very first time you start the game. It's like, just so you know, there's ginormous spiders in this game, and like, but there's like,
I heard there's birds that are scary too in the game.
dude, the whole game. Like, I don't know how to explain this. They put so much attention to detail into this game. Like, whenever you're walking around in the grass, like, if you get high up, like, there's, like, this rake. Like, I didn't have all the stuff I needed to build, like, a thing to sleep on, so I had to survive through the night, which is when all the spiders and stuff really come out.
Oh, shit.
And so I found this rake, and I climbed up to the top of it, because you're tiny as shit. And I'm standing on the rake, and, like, I look up, and like you can see like street lights and stuff like that across the street or whatever, but it's like blurry, because you got to think when you're that tiny, like it's
like
just
a
like
skyscraper or something.
Yeah, it's like your field of view. No, it's like blurry. Like your field of or your draw distance of being able to see past a certain place is like just not there. So when you look up at the stars, you can't really see them. Like you can tell they're there. Like they're like blurry specks, but they're there. But it looks so good. Like I don't even know how they thought about it like that. I feel like they brought in like a physicist or something, and they were like, what would it be like if you were this tiny? How would your eyes work and all this stuff? And like and like as the spiders are like crawling through the grass down below, you can see the grass just like parting and like moving like in Jurassic Park, like when the T-Rexes are walking through the trees and shit. And it's terrifying. But
that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool though. Like you see like a ladybug like walk by, and it's just shiny and like it looks so real and like beautiful. But then it's like got cartoony aspects to it. But for the most part, like a lot of it looks real. And like you'll find like water in like footprints and stuff, like where the water has pulled up, and it just looks so good, dude. And I was playing that on ultra settings, and it was just oh my gosh, fantastic, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get on that one because man.
Yeah. We're jumping on that for sure.
I gotta say, a lot of these Game Pass games are looking great. I haven't played Grounded yet, but that Tell Me Why game, that's like the best thing I can say about that game. Is like it compared to like Life is Strange, it looks like 2 to 3 times better. Like the rays of sunlight and the snowflakes and shit. It's beautiful. Like
that's the one, dude. The lighting in Grounded is insane. Like because. Like the sun will be going overhead wherever the sun's at, like the shadows like come out perfectly with everything, and like the way it hits the water and like reflects off of it and stuff. It's just crazy, dude. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was just like, whoa. And this is like on a older graphics card and stuff, so like it just blew my mind. I bet yours would look even better.
Oh man, gotta get in there.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's what I've been playing. If you want to let us know what you've been playing, you can drop it on over in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and we will talk with you about it. But now we are going to jump on over to the topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is most frustrating enemies in video games. And so this is, minus bosses. We're not going to be talking about any bosses in this just because we could do that as a different topic. That could be a whole thing in itself. This is more about like, those enemies that just downright get on your fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? Or like, they're always there to mess shit up for you. But let's get into it. I got like 7 of them, just in case like me and you hit some of the same ones.
Okay, I got 5, so maybe you should go first.
Okay, all right. My first one that I'm gonna throw out is gonna be the Hammer Bros from Super Mario. Like basically all the early Super Mario games.
That just makes my fucking blood boil when you say Hammer Bros. Like I already fucking hate those guys.
Yeah, dude. So they're the stupid turtles that throw hammers at you while constantly jumping horizontally and vertically to make endless streams of fast flying death. So like,
and the game for some reason always insists on putting like 3 of them stacked on top of each other. So there's like just waves of fucking hammers flying at you. Like
Yeah, and there's literally no way to survive, like, unless like you just get lucky or you're just a beast at like, like if you just want to stand there and wait, like for most of the game you're like running through, jumping and doing all your shit, but when you see the Hammer Bros, you have to stop and think about it. You're like, okay, I got this. All right, I just got to kill this one. You kill him, but by the time you kill this one, the other Hammer Bro above you turned and threw the hammer to where it comes down and hits you over the head, and then it's just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. That's not fucking cheap or anything. I don't care. And then you never play again. But that's that was one of my most frustrating enemy encounters is the Hammer Bros.
You know what that reminds me of also, and it's not on my list, and it might be on yours. I'm sorry if it is. But you know that fucking football dude from
Super Mario World.
From World, dude? Oh, he pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
And he just like runs at you. Like.
Yeah, that dude's a piece of shit. But also the Hammer Bros, like, do you remember in the Giant World where the Hammer Bros are a little bit like bigger and they throw like one giant hammer and then it hits the ground and like it stuns you?
Yeah.
Like if you aren't like in the air when it hits. Those guys suck too. All Hammer Bros in Super Mario.
Anything that throws a hammer, because there's the ones that fly around in the cloud too and throw hammers off the fucking cloud at you, dude. Those little bastards.
Bullshits. Anyways, what's your next one?
Okay, so I'll start with in Boneworks. There are these head crabs that are kind of like Half-Life, basically.
Yeah.
Only instead of like a head crab, they're like a VR headset with like spider legs, and they like wrap around your face and like suck you into this like VR world, and you have to like pull it off of your face.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool, but they're like everywhere, and it gets to the point where you're like constantly have like a fucking thing on your face that you're like pulling off. Like they're really, really annoying, and like by the end of the game, you're just like, oh my god, you don't even want to break boxes anymore to look for ammo because you already know one of those fucking spider things is gonna pop out and just latch onto your face, and then you just like, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to experience Boneworks.
It's great. It's great.
Besides those, yeah. My next one is the Angry Sun in Super Mario 3, I believe it was. Yeah. So your first experience with him is that he doesn't attack until a little ways into the level after you've grown accustomed to him just hanging out in the background. So like the first time you ever play this, like, like it's new to you. I remember as a kid, I'm like, oh, I guess he's not going to attack me or whatever. And then, like, just randomly halfway through the level, he just swoops down and tries to fuck you.
Yeah.
And so basically, he's impossible to kill, as far as I know, and he's really hard to predict. Like, so he'll just like come down, but kind of like almost like curve up and stuff sometimes. So like you'll be like, oh, I'm totally clear of this guy, and then he'll hit you, and it's through the whole fucking level. The whole desert level.
It's the worst.
He's one of probably the most notorious enemies that isn't a boss in video games ever.
Didn't they put him in Mario Maker 2?
Yeah, but he doesn't look the same. He doesn't look as like angry. He just looks like a weird like I did a bunch of LSD like son. Yeah. Anyways, what's your next one?
Okay. My next one will be the Nightjar Ninjas from Sekiro. Basically, they're all over the Ashina rooftops, and like you just got done fighting these. Like by this point in the game, you've like mastered normal enemy types, and you're starting to feel good about your abilities. And then you jump up on the roof, and you get absolutely fucking dicked on by these guys, dude. They throw like ninja stars, and they're like really fast, and like it just takes a long time to like predict their patterns and stuff. And then, as if it wasn't enough, by the time you like fight a bunch of them and you're starting to get it, and you make your way up to the top of the castle, one just flies out of the fucking sky and like dive bombs you. If you go on YouTube and type in Sekiro Woo guy, like he just flies out of the sky going whoa, and he just slams into you, and it's like just out of nowhere, like from like the fucking top of the fucking just universe, just slams into you. It's so fucked, and it's so fucking From Software of them, but like I don't know, those guys are super annoying, and they're like up there on my list for sure.
I like that. That's a good one. So my next one is the Wall Masters in most Zelda games. It's the monster hands that hang from the walls and ceilings in dungeons. and they like attempt to grab Link, and if they grab him, they take you all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Those are scary as fuck to me when I was
When I was a kid, they were scary to me, but as an adult, like playing a Zelda game, it's fucking broke. You know, like it's so stupid. Like it just like grabs you. It's one of the worst parts about Zelda games, in my opinion, is like those things that make you restart a dungeon after you've done all the shit like to get there. And then you have to run back through all of it. You know, it's just like, and it's really hard to remember how you got there a lot of times in Zelda. You know, there's so many different doors, so many, you know, different puzzle mechanics that are happening that it's like you could be almost to the last part of the dungeon, and then they're like, oh, look, a wall master. And then it'll just fucking grab you and take you back. You know, I hate that shit. But
yeah, that's some bullshit. I also hate those fucking things in Zelda that'll like eat your shield.
Oh, the little like Slurpee things.
Yes, dude. The big worm, the uncircumcised dick thing that just like eats you and fucking like.
You know those things you used to get at Mr. Gaddy's, like if you want, and it's like really hard to hold. Yeah. That's what those. I feel like they like saw those and they're like,
this is the perfect monster.
Yeah. Anyways, what you got?
Okay, so my next one will be the Kaisadors from Fallout New Vegas. There are these big, scary bee things that travel in a pack and will just completely fuck you up. If you're not like high enough level, I think they kind of put them in the game as like a way to like keep you where they want you before you go too far in the story. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's like next to Deathclaws, they're probably the most intimidating character, like bad guy in Fallout, in my opinion. Just because they're so fast, they're like hard to shoot. You like have to use VATS, and even then, it's like you're probably gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean?
Really?
And there's always a bunch of them. That's the problem. They'll attack you like 5 at a time, and they like all start stinging you, and then it's just over. And they poison you.
Yeah,
too.
They poison you. I've seen these before. I've watched somebody play this game. They're like they got like the orange like wings or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bro. Yeah, I never played New Vegas. I only played 3.
Wait,
and 4.
What?
Yeah, I never played New Vegas.
Well, you've got the perfect computer over there to do it, dude. Like, you have to play Fallout New Vegas.
Is it worth going back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's so good. It's just as good as Fallout 3 or 4.
I didn't like 4. I like 3 a lot.
Well, if you like 3 more than 4, then you'll probably like New Vegas more than 4. It's really, really good, dude. Like, really good.
I'll give it a go.
It's got multiple endings and stuff. It's, like, excellent. Like,
awesome. No, I'm definitely going to try it out.
I can't believe you've never played New Vegas, bro.
Never played it. I've seen people play it.
You would like it a lot. Like, you really would.
My next one is Promethean Watchers in Halo 4. So these things fly around like they're like little drones that so the Prometheans are like these like robotic aliens, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever played Halo 4?
Yeah,
okay, so they fly around, providing support shields to other Prometheans, and they always need to be killed first before you can defeat those that they are protecting. Their other abilities include catching thrown grenades and throwing them back at the player.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, they can construct packs of crawlers and can also regenerate fallen Promethean knights. So, like the ones that are running around on the ground, they're super quick and agile, so they're super elusive targets. Many appear at a time, making big fights with tons of protected enemies a hassle and a lot longer of an encounter than it normally would be without their fucking annoying asses. So, like, basically, it's just drones that have the ability to heal, shield, create enemies, regenerate enemies, and they'll put like 4 of them just flying around, and they're so hard to shoot down, especially if you're playing Legendary. They just get so annoying really, really quickly.
Man, that sounds annoying. It reminds me, I'm playing KOTOR 2 right now, and there's something a little bit like that. Like, it doesn't throw fucking grenades back at you and shit, but it, like, will heal. There's, like, these little ball robots that, like, heal everybody that you're fighting.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
annoying.
Those things. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, if anything that flies in a video game is typically annoying.
Oh, man.
You know, like, the only good flying enemy in a game was Duck Hunt. And that's it.
Bro, I can't stand the flying enemies in that Final Fantasy VII remake because, like, most of the time you're playing as Cloud and you only have your sword, so you end up just, like, jumping up and trying to, like, whack the fucking flying guys.
Miss. Yeah. No, I feel that.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Next.
So my next one will be the sword zombies from Mortal Shell. I tried really hard to find what these guys are actually called last night, but I just could not fucking find a name for them anywhere other than sword zombie. But when you go into the Crypt of the Martyrs, I think is what it's called, you find these zombies that have 7 swords sticking out of their chest, and they start pulling the swords out of their chest and throwing them at you if you're at range, and if you're not at range, they'll pull the sword out of the chest and whack you with it. And then once you get them close to death, if they have less than a quarter of their health bar, they rip their head off and throw it at you and poison you with the fucking head throw, and then they die.
That sounds horrible.
It's horrible. And there's shitloads of them. They're everywhere.
Oh, why?
So you got these dudes just chasing you, throwing fucking swords at you, ripping their head off. And not only does the head explode into fucking toxin, but the body where they're where they fall and die after they rip their head off explodes into toxin. So you're pretty much just guaranteed to die from poison. Yeah. I got to the point where I was literally not even fighting these guys. I was just running past them as fast as I could. Just
For real, what's the point? That's crazy. That sounds like the most annoying shit ever.
It really is.
Speaking of annoying, we got the regenerators from Resident Evil 4.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah, you have to use a specific infrared scope to see 2 to 5 tiny parasites inside their body. If you hit any other area on them, it just regenerates. They take up a lot of your ammo and are hard to kill. Also, pop up a lot when escorting Ashley, which is always fun to deal with while protecting someone in a small area. Also, very creepy.
Super creepy. And sometimes you get the ones that would shoot spikes out of their body and shit. And,
they all do. Yeah, they all have the spikes coming out of their bodies.
They're so fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
They're a lot like those fucking... Dead Space had a lot of creepy enemies like that, too. The fucking babies with the tentacle things, and you had to, shoot the fucking tentacles after they came out on the babies in Dead Space.
Yeah, so that's another thing with these is, you'd, shoot off an arm, and then, a weird, thing would, come out. I don't know how to explain that in audio.
It was a cool idea, though. It was terrifying in real, in practice.
Yeah, it was really obnoxious. I feel like they overused them after they overstayed their spook factor.
Yeah.
And then it just became more about oh god, I have to kill more of these and just waste ammo. And if you miss the spot and whatnot, I don't know. It was just too much. Too much going on.
Agreed.
What you got over there?
So my last one is gonna be any computer player on Mario Party 2 that's over the difficulty level of easy.
That's true.
They are complete fucking little bastards.
They got aimbots.
They got aimbots, man. Yeah. They're good at the mini games. They're unbeatable at the mini games.
Literally unbeatable.
And this is normal difficulty. If you play on normal difficulty or hard, don't even try hard difficulty. That's fucking God mode, dude. You know what I mean?
That's back before AI was anything but either completely stupid and can't do anything, or they will completely erase your timeline. your entire family, all the way back, your ancestors are gone.
Even the easy ones can compete. You know what I mean? They really can.
Oh yeah, dude. Jawbreaker says in Skyrim the giants always suck. And then,
oh yeah, dude, they fucking knock you across the whole map with one hit, and you just fly the fuck off. Try doing that in VR; it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
The dragon priests, the first 2 or 3 you kill are not super hard, but after that, all bets are off. Major dickheads.
Dude, yes.
Agreed. I don't know. I didn't play it, but I still agree.
The Giants were fucking horrible. The only reason the Giants weren't on my list is because, if you left the Giants alone, more or less they left you alone. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a just don't fuck with them kind of thing. So I can't really say they're, annoying, but, I annoyed them more than they annoyed me, probably. You know?
Yeah, I'm in mind with this next one. I'm just not going to do my last one. It's not that good. So this will be my last one.
Okay.
Zubat. In the OG Pokemon games. Just leave me the fuck alone. This that's what I have to say about it. The Urban Dictionary says their definition of a Zubat: an annoying person who keeps getting in your way when you are trying to do something or go somewhere. Example, guy number 1. Dude, you hook up with Sammy last night? Guy number 2. No, man. Mindy kept coming over trying to talk to us. Guy number 1. Damn, she's a total Zubat. Not to mention, they can cause your Pokemon to become confused in the stupid caves where you don't really have easy access to any way of restoring their status. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and they just, it's all you run into. It's just
them
Zubat
and the fucking
after Zubat.
Geodudes, bro.
And the Geodudes as well.
Geodudes were also hella annoying.
But the Geodudes, if you had a water Pokemon, you're good.
True.
And with Zubats, they're always going to try and fucking confuse you, which you always hurt yourself in confusion. You know, it's just like, so you can fucking die in those caves because of the stupid Zubats. But anyways, yeah, that's my final one.
Those caves were a treacherous place, man, you know?
They were.
You get lost in those caves, it's over, bro.
Just because of them Zubats, though,
Yeah.
mainly.
When I was a kid, I walked all the way through the dark cave without ever finding the fucking Flash TM.
No way.
I swear.
How?
I just, like, walked until he would go through, like, the fucking floors. Like, I would just do circles in the dark, and then eventually he'd go through, like, a fucking, like...
Wasn't there, like, puzzles you had to solve in there, though?
I don't think so. I think you just had to walk to the other end of the cave, basically.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I could be wrong. I remember, like, getting lost as fuck in the darkness in there, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely remember that, too. I remember I was so stupid when I first played it that, like, I just stopped. I was like, I don't know what to do here. This is it. I'm done. You know? And it took me, like, a month before I came back to it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, also, it shows a little bit of the cave around you whenever you don't have the TM. Like, you can see, like, the square, like, in front of you and to the side of you, kind of, like...
Could you?
I don't know.
No,
maybe,
I think it was like completely black.
Maybe in Fire Red or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time since
It
I
has
played
been a
those.
long time, but like just my child brain.
We
is
should
like,
go back and try and do that.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
see if we can.
Yeah, dude, the challenge.
The challenge.
The challenge.
But yeah, that's it for this week's topic of the show. Now we're gonna jump into the People's Champ. Brent, what do we got for the People's Champ?
Oh man, we got some champions this time, dude. You know, some serious champs out here, champing it up, doing all kinds of champ stuff. You know,
That means Brent has to look and see who the champ is.
a lot of champs here. Oh man, jeez Louise. Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't even find the post. Hold on. Don't worry, guys. The champs are coming.
The champs are almost here. I hear them outside. They're championing. Is that a thing? Can you championing?
Oh God. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
If
Jamel,
you go,
entertain the people.
Brent, if you go to the announcements on the group page,
I got it here.
yeah, you'll see it.
All right.
Just willy-nilly pick one. Don't even read it. Just fucking go for it.
All right. I'm gonna give it to Corey Roche this time.
Ooh.
Just because it's
Randomly
so,
selected.
It's so introspective. He asks us why.
So the truth is, there is no reason. You just do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wise words with Jamel.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So no reason, no purpose in life, guys. We got Jason Tomakin here.
No purpose in life.
He says, what Mario games from Super Mario 3D All-Stars are you most excited about?
Well, as we had our little conversation earlier, I'm pretty pissed off about all of it. But I'm excited. Probably for Mario Sunshine the most. And also, I never played Mario Galaxy, so...
Oh, that's a good game.
I'm ready to play that. And I never fully played Super Mario Sunshine either. So,
Cool.
Those two I'm excited about. Super Mario 64, not too excited about. And don't want that bullshit aspect ratio.
Shit, dude.
I'm just saying. Dude,
Don't want to play that fucking bullshit.
it pisses me off, bro. I'm
As
angry.
we sit on the lawn of Princess Peach's castle.
Hey, look, I put it there just because... I still have respect for the original game, but Nintendo, I'm losing respect for you, dog.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to come in here and charge me $60 for a bullshit HD upscale. It just looks like you literally put like some gloss on fucking Mario's face, and they were like, look at how good it looks. It's like, bullshit, dog. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm probably more excited for Sunshine. As a kid, I really liked Galaxy a lot, and I liked because it was like the mechanics of it were a lot like 64, but I kind of always slept on Sunshine because I didn't like the water pack thing. You know what I mean? But as an adult, I'm like, that's probably fun. You know what I mean? I don't know.
As an adult, I look at water packs and I'm like, that could be fun.
It seems more interesting now, like that I've played all the Mario.
You were just too young and immature to understand water packs, Brent.
I guess so,
Yeah, with age comes wisdom.
And water packs.
And water packs.
Okay, let's see.
I like your reasoning there. That's really good. Okay.
J.R. Butler says, how hyped are you to play Super Mario Sunshine again?
I'm excited to play it for the first time.
Yeah, same. I mean, I played a little bit of it when I was...
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. No pun intended.
Hey.
Aaron Jones, he's here. He says, so, I've been putting some hours this week into Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Days.
What are your thoughts with the final game? Do you think crossplay will be introduced, or do we got to do some old school split screen this time?
What are you thinking, Brent? You're the only one that's played it out of the two of us.
It's fucking good, man. It's fucking real good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Brent. I haven't played it yet, but I know it's good. I'm just waiting to buy it till next week after I get paid.
Yeah. As far as crossplay, I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it.
I don't know how the multiplayer is going to be any fun on
I
there.
haven't even tried the multiplayer, but it's a thing. They also have a create a park thing on there that seems really cool.
That sounds tight.
It's really neat. You can share your parks with other people online and stuff. So, I mean, there's like a lot of like replayability here.
We will have to do some split screen, what's it called? King of the Hill, or what's the one where like you have to...
Oh, where you paint the town
paint
or
the
whatever?
yeah,
I wonder if that's still on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I forget what that one's called.
I haven't even tried the multiplayer. I've been so into like the campaigns or whatever, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. So we've got Corey Roche here.
In the house.
He says, what are y'all's thoughts on the new Avengers game? I've been playing that and Tony Hawk Pro Skater since Friday. I feel it was done really good with some elements such as the lore, but the storyline kind of turns quickly, but I haven't gotten to do multiplayer yet. So it sounds like you're having some mixed emotions about the Avengers game. I haven't got a chance to play it. From like what I've seen of it, it looks like something I would enjoy. Like, it doesn't look like, like the groundbreakingest game of all time, but it looks like something that I would have fun with. So I'll probably play it and have more to talk about with that on the next episode. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Oh, it's called Horse is what Jawbreaker said. No, that Horse is...
yeah, that's when you try
skate.
to do the trick that the other person...
does. Yeah. The spray paint thing was something different. But anyways, what you got over there?
Let's see. We also have another Corey Roche question here. He says, also, I was looking into studying music while I write my papers and came across game soundtracks. What game soundtracks do you all think are good to listen to while studying? He goes on a little further, but that's the gist of the question. I think Skyrim has a really good soundtrack to listen to while studying. Like any kind of classical sounding thing would be good, I feel like, Yeah,
you got to get like the string quartet version of the Halo theme, something like that,
God of War had a good soundtrack. The most recent 2018 one had an interesting like Nordic sounding like, I don't know, vibe.
I honestly don't know what a good one to like chill to would be, besides like maybe I think like the Super Smash Bros like soundtrack would be dope for like just chilling, like.
Oh yeah. Dude, weirdly enough, Far Cry 5 has some chill background music.
Far Cry 5?
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's like banjo stuff, but it's like really chill. I don't know.
You could probably do The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah. Last of Us would have some good ones.
Real chill guitar, like acoustic stuff.
Yeah. The Fallout games,
definitely.
not just like their, quirky 40s songs, but their actual like background music is really good too.
Oh yeah, definitely that. And obviously, I'm gonna throw this out because it's all that matters. Is the official soundtrack for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
Oh,
You just got to be jamming.
that's
some
a good one. You know,
City
another
Escape.
good one, dude. Final Fantasy VII, bro.
Oh, good
A
call.
lot of
Yeah,
good music on that one,
dude. The music for the inn, like whenever you say at the
yeah.
end, is so like captivating.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I think we got some good ones there.
yeah. There's some good ones. Yeah.
Okay, we've got Cindy Botero here. She says,
Botero.
how do you keep from getting too emotionally attached to your pet Sims? And follow-up, is it better to let your pet go and cross over when it tragically dies, or to have it linger as a ghost and haunt you in the night?
Well, I mean, I try to look at it the same way that I look at everything in real life. I would much rather have my dog haunt me for the rest of my life than to just never see him again. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if it's evil.
See, okay, when it comes to The Sims, man, I'm just like if I'm a god of The Sims world, I'm like Satan, dude. I'm like I don't give a shit, dude. If babies, animals, I'm killing everybody. I'm locking you in a house with nothing
Lighting
but
it on
wood
fire.
furniture and burning it, dude.
Yeah.
That's how I play The Sims. You know, call me crazy. Say what you will. You know, I'm a sucker for
Brent
the
guy,
chaos. You know,
I hear he kills people in The Sims.
I don't put toilets in my house. Okay, just so they'll
gosh.
piss everywhere. You know, that's how I play The Sims.
I live in the crack house.
I make crack houses. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They should do like a Sims, like Sim City, but or like a tycoon game, but like it's like Breaking Bad edition, where you have to like build up a whole like drug cartel,
a meth empire.
Oh,
I would play
dude.
the shit out of that.
That sounds tight.
That could be the Sims 4's next expansion pack.
Breaking Bad. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, well, that's all we got on Facebook over here. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Some great ones out there.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is it in general on everything. Oh. So we do have a final segment. Now, Brent, did you see we're changing it again?
I'm changing it again. I wasn't feeling last week's. I'm sorry. I'm kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, but I think I've got a good one.
Well, I apologize to Dylan, who gave us a name for it. He said we should call it No Context. It was going to be called No Context.
That was a big problem I had with it. I didn't like the name. I think that would have maybe kept it around for another episode or two. But I think I've got a better one here.
Well, okay, I'm just going to say I have two games from the N64. I want you to try and guess what they are, just for old time's sake, and so Dylan can
just
hear
for old time's
No
sake.
Context, yeah, for the one segment.
Okay, I like it.
All right, so no context is I'm going to read off a title of a game that is very obscure, probably to Brent, and he's going to try and tell me what the game is about. I've only got two for him because I was halfway through it whenever he told me that he's going to change the segment completely. So, Brent, let's start it off.
All right, lay it on me.
The first N64 game that I chose was called Cyber Tiger. What is this game about?
Cyber Tiger. It's obviously about a tiger that's like a robot, and the robot tiger is just fucking people up. It's probably like Zoids or something, where it's like there's some kind of guy that rides in the Cyber Tiger. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. All right. So
anime themed.
Okay, it's a golf game released in 2000 featuring Tiger Woods, aptly named in the game Cyber Tiger because he's a virtual Tiger Woods, and it was the N64, so that it was all new. You know, it was like, whoa, he's cyber, dude. And so like the whole point of the game is that you got to get good enough to beat Cyber Tiger. Yeah, it's good times. And then the last one I got, Hybrid Heaven.
Okay. Well, obviously, just using context clues here, this is about heaven, but better. You know what I mean?
I don't understand.
It's like you go to heaven and you realize, okay, I could soup this up a little. I could make it better up here, you know?
What do you think this game is called?
Hybrid Heaven?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah?
No. Okay, so it's a it's a 1999 action RPG from Konami.
Oh.
Players assume the role of Mr. Diaz, a synthetic human hybrid created by aliens. In the game's introduction, he turns on his masters when he kills a synthetic human intended to replace the president's bodyguard, Johnny Slater. Diaz finds himself in a massive underground installation created by the aliens under Manhattan. As the game progresses, it is revealed that the player is actually assuming the role of Slater, who was disguised as Diaz by the Gargantuans. The Gargantuans are an alien race around 3 feet tall who, after being betrayed by a member of their species who awoke from hypersleep and piloted the ship to Earth, are forced to help said traitor with his genetic experiments.
But they're gargantuan and they're only 3 feet tall? What? Crazy, bro.
It's like, what is this game? Anyways, all right, that was it for No Context.
I like
Dylan,
that.
I hope that was good.
Yeah.
For you. Sorry, buddy, but it looks like Brent changed the game. All right, so let's hear what the new official segment is.
Okay, so the new official segment. This is Brent's game show or game show, okay? So I'm going to rapid fire things at you. And
Okay.
you have to tell me whether it's a video game, a show, a TV show, or a game show, okay?
Oh,
so
God.
there's 3 options here, okay?
All
Video
right.
game, TV show, or a game show, okay? They're going to be coming at you fast and furious, okay?
Oh,
So get ready.
no. All right, I'm ready.
All right,
Brent's
press
game
your
show.
luck.
That's going to be a game show.
Okay, good. Ding, ding. Tattletales.
That's going to be a game.
Oh, you're good. No, I'm sorry. It's a game show.
Ah,
I'm
damn
sorry. Sorry, I got excited there. P-Valley.
Game.
Oh, no, that's a TV show. I'm
What
sorry.
the fuck is happening?
All right, Past Cure.
Past Cure?
Yes.
That's a game.
Oh, you're right. There you go.
Okay.
Inside.
That's a game.
There you go. You're doing good. Fear the Walking Dead.
That's a game. Oh, no, that's a show.
Okay,
Show,
you got it. You corrected the mistake.
Yeah.
The Chase.
That's a TV show.
No, it's a game show.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Please, don't touch anything.
That is a game.
Yes.
Okay.
Dark.
Dark. That's a show. TV
Yes.
show.
Oh, you're good. Clockworks. Spelled W-E-R-K-S.
That's a game show.
Unfortunately, it is a video game, but I think you got more than half of them. I was going too fast.
I got 7.
You got 7? You're
guess.
counting? Dude, pretty good.
I
7
win.
out of 10.
I win. I got a C. C class.
I like that.
But yeah, I think that's a good one. You should change it every time to be like. I feel like I've heard this in other podcasts, but I think we could make it more fun. But like not like exactly like what you're doing, but they're like, is it a game or is it a mobile game or is it a
Oh, that's fun.
Is it like
A mobile game or a console game?
or no, is it made up or is it like something made up or is it an actual mobile game where like they would just say like random like it's like Tiger Pickles the bird watch or whatever, they just make up bullshit and it's like is this a mobile game or is this something I just made up, and like so you just go through the mobile games and like find actual ones that
I
just
like
sound
that.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
But anyways,
we could definitely do that.
or anything. I think that's a good segment. I like that kind of stuff. But I like the one that you did actually. That was kind of hard.
Thanks, yeah.
But, yeah. That's it for the show, guys. Dylan, I'm glad you feel vindicated. That was my whole goal there was to vindicate you. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. But you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Tuesday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJaffer and Brent at BrentHas1. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners, later.